how to use the Bassline plugin in Audio Tool. Now, I know there already is a video for this. If you want to go check it out on Audio Tool Tutorials official channel, there's a link on my channel page. And Luke already made a video outlining the Bassline and how you can use it. But I still hear a lot of confusion from people, so I thought I'd just make a video kind of giving you my own take on how to program the Bassline and how to use it. Now, as you can see here, I got a little bit of setup. Nothing really special. I just sort of added a little bit of distortion and delay just to make it sound a little bit better. And I've also added an 808 here, which I'll explain to you in a second. Okay, so the reason why a lot of people get confused is that you don't program the Bassline with a note track or piano roll. Instead, you program it directly on the device. And the way you program it is kind of weird because you program it step by step. Let's just take a look at these two numbers here, 16, and it says we're on step number 1. This means that there's going to be 16 steps that we're going to program for our loop on the Bassline. And as you can see here on the 808, you have 16 buttons here which are labeled 1 to 16, which is exactly the same as this, and it gives us a visual representation of what note we're working on it. Because of course with the Bassline, you program things note by note. Okay, so as we can see here, we're on step 1, and just to highlight that, I'm going to light this up here because I'm sure you can understand that and how to use the 808 a little bit better. And I've already cleared the pattern here, so let's just hit play. Now, for each step, you have a variety of options. The main one is note on or off, which is basically the same as clicking the button on the 808. So we're going to turn the first note on here. So as you can see, if you follow the light here, you can see it's triggering every time on 1 because we're editing step 1 and it's a 16-step loop. Alright, so for each note here, there's a few different functions, and those are represented in these 4 buttons down here. Of course, you have transpose down and up, which will move the note up or down an octave, so let's just listen to how that sounds. So you can hear it's just C down an octave. Now you can hear it's up an octave. Okay, so you have these 2 other buttons here. The first one is accent, which kind of gives it this sort of sharper sound. And the last and probably most interesting is the slide button, which gives the note a little bit of a slide sound. I'll just take a second here to point out a couple interesting things about the slide note. Is that if we just hit next here and go to the second note, this is the note we'll be working on, the note will slide to the second note position no matter whether or not you have the note set on or off. Yeah, that's one more thing. For each note, where you click in this keyboard is what note it's going to be. So if we go back to our first note, so now it's A sharp, and you can hear it sliding down to that second note there. But let's change back to C. Okay, so let's just add a couple more notes here. You hit next to advance to the step you want to edit, and you hit previous to head back. So right now it says step 3, so that means we're on step 3. You can see where the notes are hitting as the light goes by on the 808. Let's head to step 5. Let's add a little accent and some slide. So as you can see, it's basically no different than editing your drum patterns on the 808, with the one exception that you have to program what note it's on and what features it has down here for each individual note. So just having said that, let's just finish our little pattern here. Okay, so now that we just have that simple little pattern, let me just talk about these knobs up here and what they do and what they sound like. Okay, so the very first knob is tuning, which basically just controls the tune of the bass line up to plus an octave or negative an octave. Next we have cutoff and resonance, which is the same as on the pulve or the slope. It's just your filter options, which is probably the most instantly gratifying thing to play with on the bass line. Next we have env mode and decay, which are just some more filter options here for how fast the decay goes and what kind of shape it has. And that just works off the cutoff frequency. Last here we have accent, which this accent button down here, it just sort of controls the sound of the accented notes to sort of make them sharper or not. If you just listen to the accented notes. And of course there is your waveform selection here, and you can choose between saw or a square. So that's basically the idea of it. If you just want to add your pattern, all you have to do is select it here from the add track and go to bassline and pattern track, and you'll have your pattern right there. So anyways, I hope you kind of found something helpful in this video. As always, check out my channel and subscribe and like if you like this video. If I see a lot of people watching and interacting and commenting, I'm going to be more likely to make more videos and spend a lot of time on them, just sort of help you guys out. Anyways, this is Infusion, signing out.